another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us, man. We got a good Sunday night game. It might be a game of the year candidate, man. We have the 4-1 Detroit Lions going up against the 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs, man. So, Kansas City, obviously the big story, 2-3. Started out the season 0-2. Looked like they were coming back and then just got absolutely beat by the Jaguars, man. Defensively, they didn't look good. Offensively, made some uncharacteristic mistakes and turnovers on top of that. And, man, they have been a team that has been teetering. Everybody's saying, is this the team? Is this the year that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs finally fall down? Finally, is there a downswing? Is the window over? No, it is not. This team is still pretty darn good. They're still going to give every team they go up against a fight to the end, no matter what. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to be there at the end. They're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be a team that nobody in the AFC wants to face in the playoffs, especially if they get a chance to play at Arrowhead in the playoffs. And then for the Detroit Lions, they are coming in this game with a 4-game winning streak. Their only loss going to be was at Green Bay in Week 1. And yes, I will never stop mentioning that. But yes, Detroit, they're looking good. They seem to be getting better, and better every single week. And I hate saying that as a Packer fan, but it's freaking true. And we will see what they look up. We'll see what they look like against one of the best teams in the NFL, against the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, they are 2-3, but until proven otherwise, this Chiefs team is still one of the best. All right, we got some people in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Holy cow, we got a lot of people in the chat, actually. Woo! We got David Stegosaurus. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And the lights behind Dave turn on after the first touchdown. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Look at that. Dude, Dave, you are the man, bro. I love you. I love you. Yes, during primetime games, the lights are not turned on until we get our first touchdown of the game. And with the two teams that we have, I doubt we're going to have to wait too long for that. We got Joan. I have this one on Fubo. Bengals is out of my market. That's fair. That is fair. KC is aging out. Ooh, I mean, they're getting older for sure, especially some of the bigger names are getting over. Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, Pat, he's a quarterback. He's going to be good for a while now. But yeah, definitely. But I think as long as they can find, like Karlaftis is still one of their better pass rushers. He's only been in the league for a few years. I think they're still going to be a problem for a long time. I think until you see either Patrick Mahomes decline or Andy Reid retire, I think that'll mark the decline of this team. But until I see that, they've been able to find receivers. They've been able to find running backs. They've been able to find people in the secondary, people at linebacker to be able to cover anything that they lose, whether due to injury or free agency or retirement. So until those two guys, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, are gone or declining, I don't think it'll be the case. But who knows? Could be the year that they fall 2-4, and who knows? Captain Mickey Mouse, dude. All right, kick us away. Call it inside the 5 to the 20 to the 25 and brought down. Oh, he stays on his feet. And now he's brought down to the 29. Might want to check your subs. I have KC derangement. You're all good. You're all good. All right. The Lions will start with the ball here. Let's check it out. Subs. Yes. 110 in terms of sub count. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Let's go. Heck yeah, man. All right. Let's go. I appreciate everybody being here. Holy cow, 19 viewers. You guys are insane. I appreciate you. All right, Goff hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs finding some room, picking up about 3 or 4 yards, and something to look out for. Kansas City, especially against running backs that are able to catch out of the backfield, they have given up some major numbers there. Their defense has not been as efficient at stopping the run as well as stopping the pass, man. This Kansas City defense has gotten better throughout the weeks a little bit, especially the pressure, but still giving up big chunks of yardage. All right, we got Goff under center here, receivers on each side. Another handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. This one good for about a yard or two, setting up a 3rd and medium for Detroit. Let's freaking go, man. All right, 3rd and 5 coming up. There's also some questions about Chris Jones's effort, especially last week on that touchdown run by Trevor Lawrence. Looks like he was taking some plays off, so something to look out for. Goff, quick throw to the left, finds his tight end, Sam Laporta, across the 40 down to the 45, and that's a 1st down. Let's go, man. Yeah, Sam Laporta, one of the best tight ends in the NFL, man. He has been a freaking revelation since he came into the league. Yeah, once again, another Iowa tight end. Just one of the best schools to draft a tight end from. No big deal. See the flip? I did see the flip. I did see the flip, man. If you're talking about the Buccaneers flip, oh yeah. That was a wild one. That was some Simone Biles type flipping. And another run up the middle. Jahmyr good for about 2 or 3 yards on this one. All right, double checking. I got all my windows open. Yes. Boom. Let's go. All right, 2nd and 6. Ball at the 49 of Detroit. They are nearing midfield. 2 receivers stacked up on the left. Goff in the shotgun with a running back to his right. Takes the snap. Looking, throws to the left. Finds his receiver. Jameson Williams picking up 7 yards and a 1st down for Detroit in Kansas City territory. Oh, no, this Lion guy. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, okay. I must have missed it. I'll keep my eye out for it. All right, we got Goff under center, single back in the backfield, and we got 2 receivers stacked up on that right side. Fakes the handoff, looking downfield, will dump it underneath to Jameson Williams to the 35-30, and holy cow, man. Holy cow. Actually, you know what? I am behind. I am absolutely behind. I don't know what happened. There we go. Now we're caught up. Little reverse here. Inside the 20, inside the 15. I am so sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. I don't remember ever going back. But yeah, okay. Well, I am live now, so sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on here. So now I saw the flip. There we go. 2nd and 7, ball at the 15. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right, single receiver to the left side. Handoff, Jahmyr Gibbs picking his way through this defense and picking up a 1st down inside the 10 down to the 9. Oh my God, I just said you were... I'm sorry. Then you said, there we go, boom. Yeah, I literally don't know. I literally just changed the channel probably like half an hour ago. Didn't touch the remote since then. I don't know, maybe I accidentally pushed something, I don't know. So, once again, my apologies, guys. That usually does not happen. Unbelievable. 1st and goal coming up here. Goff under center, single back in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. Jahmyr once again picking up about 5 yards inside the 5, down near the 3-yard line. And this Detroit team, man, they're just doing what they always do, especially last year, man. And it's just run the ball down your throat. eating up the clock, and just bullying you on their way to the end zone. Unbelievable. No apologies. That's fair. That's fair. All right, Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Condensed formation. They do have two receivers on that right side, though. Second and goal. Another handoff. Jameer getting it down to the 1. Third and goal from the 1 coming up. And to be honest with you, knowing Dan Campbell, this is they got 2 plays to get 1 yard. Dan Campbell's not going to settle for a field goal. Lions are close to a TD. Yes, they are. It's okay, Dave. I'm always behind. I thought you were just letting me catch up. Oh, yeah. I do it for the fans. I do it for the no. Okay. Pick 6 would be cool. Dave, you are correct, my man. It would be nice. You know, especially since Patrick, he gave us one last week. I think we deserve to give Patrick one. And a run up the middle and stopped inside the 1. 4th and goal coming up from inside the 1. It's a heck of a job by that KC defense, man. That front 7 did not budge an inch. Like ants piled up on each other. Oh, I just saw a shirt right there in the end zone in the stands that says Cowboys suck. That's hilarious. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Sorry, Seastrom. But that's hilarious. Another fakes the handoff. Roll into his right, and it'll be incomplete. Okay. Timeout. Gotcha. Okay. I was about to say, I was like, what the heck was that? All right. Lions take a timeout here. I bet this Kansas City defense is like, thank God there's a timeout. 5:25 left in the first. We have yet to see the Kansas City offense. Nearly 10 minutes taken off the clock here. Because it was a timeout. The Lions called a timeout just before, so they were blowing the play dead. So he just threw the ball just to get it over with. So yeah, so that play, that previous throw did not count. So 4th and goal inside the 1. Goff splitting out to the left, catches a pass, touchdown, Jared Goff. Jared Goff running to the left, splitting out as a wide receiver, direct snap to the running back, who throws it to Goff. Nearly got taken down by the defender, but able to hold on to the ball and get into the end zone for the touchdown. A little gadget play by the Lions here. Great downfield blocking by St. Brown, man. Let's freaking go. That's an all-pro wide receiver right there. Woo! Wow. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. First touchdown. Let's turn on the lights, man. Bam. I seriously gotta change the remote on this thing. It's becoming comical at this point. Like, I feel like this is just a bit for myself. Like, I know I have to change the batteries on this, but I think it's funnier if I struggle. There we go. There we go. My goodness. We do have a flag on the extra point here. It's going to be illegal motion. Unbelievable, man. Wait, they're reviewing this? Okay. What? illegal formation. Wow. Good evening, Chris Lasso. All right. Well, we got to take the touchdown off the board, and that means we got to turn off the lights. We're not going to get a touchdown. I don't think I've ever seen that where an illegal shift flag gets called well after the play is over. Wow. Wow. Chris, how you doing, my man? Good evening. How's the day treating you, my dude? It's good to see you. Holy cow, man. You guys are crazy, man. We got 8 people here in watching. I appreciate you. Uh-oh. 3 seconds on the play clock. Detroit might have to take another timeout here. And no, it's going to be a delay of game. Wow. All right, man. Well, the Lions are going to have to settle for a Jake Bates field goal here. Wow. Seriously, I was so caught up in thinking, one, that was a touchdown. I was turning on the lights. I did not see a single flag on that play at the snap or after he got into the end zone. That was one of the latest flags I've ever seen in my entire life. Bates' kick is right down the middle, and the Lions are going to have to settle for a field goal here. Unbelievable. Uh-oh. 5:21 left in the first. A near 10-minute drive, and Detroit is going to have to settle for a field goal. Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe these guys. Unbelievable. Let's freaking go, man. We got 12 people watching. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thank you for being here. And yeah, man, we do as many games as we possibly can on the channel. We do 5 games per week, 1 on Thursday, 3 on Sunday. This is our 3rd one of the day, and then we're going to do another one tomorrow. So if you're looking forward to something like that, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a bunch. But thank you for being here regardless. What is it weird to anybody else that flag came in so late? That was wild. Again, I might have missed it, but I did not see a flag at any point thrown for an illegal shift. But not too bad, man. Not too bad. Especially the way we started. We were like, I feel like I was like 5 plays behind for the first like 2.5 minutes of this game. But thankfully, man, we're all good. Weird, they took it well. I don't know. Jared Goff seemed like he was a little wild. He was just like, he was trying to get into the referee. He's like, hey, man, come on, man. Like, just give us this one touchdown, and then we'll be good. I promise. Lions and Chiefs, man, 21-20. I think we streamed that game, man. That was a wild game. That was an absolutely wild game. Casey would be throwing fits. All right, Jake Bates kicking this one away. It'll be returned to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, and down across the 30, near the 31. And that is where Patrick Mahomes and this offense will start, man. Once again, nearly 10 minutes of the first quarter taken off the clock by the Lions on that opening drive. All right, Mahomes starting out in the shotgun, running back to his left, 2 receivers on that right side. Xavier Worthy. Hand off to Pacheco, and he is good for about a yard on the play. Down to the 31, and we got 2nd and 9 coming up. David, he's like, I'm trying to hold back. I'm trying to be nice. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Quick throw, gets it out to Travis Kelce, breaks the tackle to the 40. It's a first down to the 45, and oh my God. He literally just got speared by his own teammate, but picks up an extra 2 yards after that. Kelce comes up with some little bit of swagger after that quick play there. Yeah, somehow able to get away from Brian Branch and Campbell. And will be at the 46, 1st and 10. Play action. Mahomes rolling out to his right. Finds his receiver to the 40, to the 30, 25, and taken down at the 24. That is Juju Smith-Schuster, the former Pittsburgh Steeler. Oh, boy, man, this is going to be such a freaking good game. I can just already tell. Mahomes throwing across his body, but he's one of the few guys that can do that and not get caught. 1st and 10, ball all the way in Detroit territory at the 24. Delayed handoff to Pacheco. He's to the 20, to the 15, to the 13. Nice run. Once again, I will mention it every time, man. Isaiah Pacheco runs like he is angry at the ground. My knees hurt when I see that dude run. I'm just like, I was like, dude, that dude better have some Dr. Scholl's orthotics on those cleats, man, because... All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 13. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers to the right side. Fakes the handoff. Nope, gets it out to Pacheco, actually, and he'll pick up 2 yards down to the 11. Towards the left sideline there. Nice run. Dahlia, who are you rooting for tonight? Ooh, that's a tough one for Dahlia, man. 2nd and 8. Fakes the handoff, rolling to his right. Pressure, and he will throw this one away. It'll be 3rd and 8 coming up for Kansas City at the 11. That was great pressure by Barnes, man. It got loose quickly, and then just able to track down Patrick Mahomes and force him to throw that one away. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got 3 receivers bunched up on that right side. Takes the snap, looking. He's going to take off and run to the 10, to the 5. Down he goes after a gain of about 5 to the 6. And it'll be 4th and 3 coming up for the Chiefs. We'll see if they go for it here. Dahlia, both to lose. We can get that in the NFL. I mean, the Packers and the Cowboys did it a couple weeks ago. I don't think I met a Cowboy fan or a Packer fan that was satisfied with that win, so it felt like a loss for both. 4th and 3, Mahomes, quick throw to the right side, and touchdown, Xavier Worthy gets us with the first touchdown, man. And before I turn on the lights, let me see if there's any flags that come in 10 minutes after the play. All right, seems like the refs are keeping their flags in the pocket now. All right, ready? Wham. Bam. Look at that. Oh, I did it on the first try. Let's go. Just a quick, simple, flat route to the right side. Hit Xavier Worthy in motion, in stride. And Harrison Butker's kick is wide right. Just like he is. Sorry, I had to. Oh, dude, I wanted to say it last week, but I completely forgot. I had to say it now. Keeps on missing right, man. I don't... Like, dude, we get it. All right. Jesus. Harrison Butker's taking this... He's taking it a little too far, in my opinion. All right, dude, relax. We get it. We know what you are. We heard about it. Relax. All right, man. It is still a 3-point game because Harrison Butker cannot kick field goals anymore. TD Casey for people. There we go. David, man, he is happy today. I mean, David is like, this is his perfect game. Like, we don't have to question who he's going to cheer for. He's a Packer fan, so he doesn't like the Lions, and he's a Kansas City fan. David, this is about as simple of a question that I will ever ask you. Who are you rooting for in this game? You can't say pick six. Dude, Casey just moved the ball down the field, man. That was wild. Just big chunks in the passing game. Yeah, Mahomes 3 for 4, 51 yards and a touchdown on that drive. Pacheco 3 for 14, and Juju with that one big 30-yard catch and run. Yeah, but I get stressed watching the Chiefs. I enjoy watching games like the Cowboys or Panthers because they're less stressful. Oh man, dude, you should have seen me. I mean, you did see me during the Packer game, but dude, I was like, just drenched in sweat, man. Like sometimes I question why I wear hoodies, but I do when I feel comfortable when I'm doing this stuff. But yeah, man. Oh, especially when Joe Flacco scored that last touchdown, I was like, oh, come on, man, come on. All right, caught at around the 10 to the 20, 25, and taken down, upended at the 29. That is Khalif Raymond. All right, Detroit gets the ball back here. 1:06 left in the first. Two receivers to the right, and Goff under center with a single back in the backfield. Toss to David Montgomery, taking it to the left, and he will pick up about 4 yards down to the 33. All right, 2nd and 7. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. Got 3 receivers on that right side. Goff has time over the middle, finds another wide open Sam Laporta in KC territory down near the 42. Dude, that was a laser by freaking Jared Goff. Yeah, dude, that was an impressive throw and a great catch. All right, man, that is it for the first quarter here in Kansas City. This first quarter flew by, man. 27 minutes, that was it. All right, let's look. I want to see where Kansas City's defense specifically ranks. It's going to be a little wonky because some of these games have already kind of passed. So Kansas City's defense, not in the top 10 in almost anything, but they are in the top half of the NFL, which is still considered what we've seen from them over the last couple of years, has been a little bit lower than what we expected. End of the first, you like quite a few seconds ahead of me and my football. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think I heard Fubo has like a bigger delay than because I'm watching on YouTube TV here, so I think there's a little bit of a bigger delay there. So sorry, I hope not. I don't spoil too much. I'm watching on local NBC, and if I wanted to, I could go drive by the stadium before the thing ends. Not worth the time and gas. Yeah, dude, I've always wondered, man. I've never gone to like a game where that I wasn't going into the stadium, but I wonder how like the surrounding area is. Like if it's still lively, is there stuff still going on around the stadium? Yeah, curious. All right, we're back here. 1st and 10, Goff under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver to that right side. It looks like St. Brown all the way out there. Takes the snap, hands it off to Montgomery, who's got a big hole and a first down across the 30. David Montgomery, man. And they are going to be just inside the 30 of Kansas City. Ooh, hit that cut lane, man. If it wasn't for Leo Chanel, a former Wisconsin Badger, Montgomery might have gone off for some massive yardage there. 1st and 10, ball to 29, Goff under center. Another handoff to David Montgomery, this one to the right side. Gets it across the 25 down to the 23. They're going to actually mark him at the 22. All right. Big run there for Detroit, man. This is what Dan Campbell wants to do, especially against a Kansas City team. They just want to keep the ball on the ground, tire this defense out. That's what they did actually last year when they beat them by 1. You can tell, man, that defense was just exhausted in that game last year, especially towards the end. Boom. Gets it out to St. Brown. And he'll be good for about 1.5 yards. So third down coming up for Detroit. I see that there is a big delay. Not at all. Oh, there we go. And David, do you get a chance to go to Kansas City games like at least once a year, or no, not really? Let me know, man. We got 3rd and 3, Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got 2 receivers stacked up on that right side. Looking. Over the middle, finds his man, Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Holy cow, man. Jameson got hit at around the 5 and just kind of pinged around like a pinball before just kind of almost stumbling himself way into the end zone. Let's freaking go. All right. Just a great freaking deep in route, man. Sorry, no, what was it? Deep in, so dig route. It's a dig route, sorry. Yeah, just a great dig route there by Jameson from the right side going across to the left. And once again, took a hit around the 5 and just kind of pinged around between a bunch of players before kind of just almost stumbling his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So let's go. All right, Jake Bates in for this extra point. There we go. Detroit on top by 4 here. That extra point by Butker, making this a touchdown lead for Detroit. David, I only get to go if my sister or someone else scores tickets through work. I am not rich enough for the NFL. You and me both, my man. You and me both. The only time I've ever gotten a chance to watch a game in Lambeau Field was when I used to do youth camps in Wisconsin. We would get tickets to preseason games. That was it. Only preseason, no regular season games. And yeah, that was the closest I ever got. I think I made it to. It was either 4 or 5. That was kind of it. But it was great, man. Lambeau Field, great. Not a single bad seat. You see everything, dude. The look of the bowl, man, is just it's a classic look, man. It's always so great. But yeah, man. Yeah, one of these days, man, I do want to make it to a regular season game just once in my life, just once. Then I'll be pretty good. And to be honest with you, I like doing this probably more than like trying to sit on some bleachers, some really historic bleachers, but bleachers nonetheless. All right, we got 12:49 here in the second quarter. We're coming back from commercial break. About to see what Kansas City can do on their next offensive possession, man. They look good. They looked real dang good against this Detroit defense. All right, Bates about to kick this one away. Kansas City catches it at the 2, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, and down at the 31 is where Patrick Mahomes and this offense are going to take over. Fastest to 300 career touchdowns. All right, man. Mahomes outpacing Aaron Rodgers there. 1st and 10. Mahomes in the shotgun, looking, pressured, gets off, gets away from a sack, and finds Hollywood Brown wide open at the 50, man. 1st and 10 for Kansas City. How the heck did Mahomes get away from Aiden Hutchinson there? Wow. There you go, man. Mahomes with a nice little spin move to get away from Aiden Hutchinson on that sack attempt. All right, 1st and 10. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that right side. Looking, throws to the left, gets it underneath to Gray there, picking up about 6 or 7 yards on the catch and run. Wait, hold on. Robert Tonyan is on the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've seen Tonyan catch a pass this season. Looks like we have a Lions player down on the field here. So the player is Kirby Joseph. He is walking off the field, but very gingerly with some trainers. So we'll see how to get some help to get off the field. It's a huge loss if Kirby Joseph cannot come back into this game, man. He has been one of the best players in that secondary since he signed with Detroit, man. He led the NFL last year in interceptions, and I think so far this season, I think he has 2, might be 3. I know we've seen him pick off 2 passes while we're streaming. I'm still in commercial. Same. I'm still in the commercials as well. Yeah, you're not missing anything, I promise. Yeah, how many interceptions does he have so far this season? 3 interceptions, Kirby Joseph. So yeah, man. Once again, he's been a great player for them all freaking year long, man. All right, looks like we're coming back from the break. Second and 4. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Two receivers on that right side. Mahomes fakes the pitch, tries to run, and he will pick up maybe a yard on the play. That is going to be 3rd and 3 coming up for Kansas City. Yeah, let's see what happened with Kirby. Seemed like a non-contact injury, man. Like he wasn't in on a tackle. It looks like somebody just gave out. That sucks, man. 3rd and 4 coming up. Ball at the 43. Handoff. And Kareem Hunt trying to get the first down, and he will come up about a yard or two shy. All right, we got 4th and 1 coming up here. Handoff to the fullback, and it's a first down run. Getting it down to the 38. Kansas City's drive will continue. And, oh, Jesus, man. It does not look good for Kirby Joseph. He is, one, he cannot put almost any weight on his foot. And on top of that, he is, like, hunched over. And just basically he's being almost dragged along to what looks like it's going to be the cart. That sucks, man. It's going to be a double reverse here. Oh, no. You're going to hand it off to Mahomes. He's going to take off and run to the 35, to the 30, and slides after getting the first down for Kansas City. So, yeah, Mahomes was under center here. He tossed it to Pacheco, who tossed it to the receiver that was coming from the right to the left. And then he pitched it back to Mahomes. And then he took off running towards basically up the right sideline for a first down. Handoff up the middle. Pacheco, it'll be good for about a yard, maybe 2. But yeah, man, I hope Kirby Joseph is healthy, man. Hopefully he only misses a little bit of time and he can come back, man. Like if they're, it just once, like I said, I mentioned this before, man. It stinks when really good players get hurt. It stinks when anybody gets hurt. But yeah, when you have great players that can make great plays, that make the game exciting, challenging, it just stinks when they're not on the field because of an injury. So play action, Mahomes looking. Pressure, fumble, Aiden Hutchinson with a strip sack, and Mahomes able to fall back on it. Mahomes, man, is just a freaking magnet for loose balls, man. He he always seems to recover his or somebody else's fumble. It's incredible. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson this time does get credit for the sack and the strip. But unfortunately, Mahomes able to recover that one. I should say, unfortunately for Lions fans. All right, 3rd and 18, ball at the 36. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Dumps it underneath to Juju, who's got a blocker. He's to the 30, 25, 20, and nearly gets the first down. Picks up 17 yards on the receiver's screen. Wow. Like, how many times do you see that play and it goes for like 2, maybe 4 yards? But the Chiefs, man, they know how to execute it well. And right now it is 4th and 1, and instead of sending Harrison Butker out there, it looks like this Kansas City offense will stay on the field here. They do use a timeout. Dude, man, Kansas City's ability to just any situation that they are going to be put in, usually they just able to find a way, man. They find the right play, they execute blocks. And like I'm like most people, I'm hoping to see somebody else represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Sorry, David, I do apologize. But like I said, dude, Kansas City, they're good champions, man. They're just they're just a great, well coached team, man, and they got great players. It's just how it is. It's not bad. All right, we got 4th and 1, just inside the 20. Two receivers to the left. Mahomes rolling to his right, looking for somebody down the field, and incomplete. Great, great freaking plays. That is Harper, number 12, getting his hand on the ball and batting it away and forcing the Chiefs to turn the ball over on downs. That's a heck of a play defensively. Mahomes trying to target Xavier Worthy on that one. And here's the great thing, man. This is like it's cliche at this point, but it's always the next man up. Thomas Harper, number 12, the guy that just made that play on 4th down, was the backup to Kirby Joseph. That's why you gotta. It's not just about starting 11 on defense or on offense, man. You gotta have a whole dang team out there. Again, cliche, but we just saw a kid make a heck of a play against two really great players. Mahomes with a great throw, and Xavier Worthy. He was in position to make that play, man. Xavier Worthy is a heck of a receiver. He's the number 1 receiver on one of the best teams in the NFL. But this kid just made a great play on 4th down. Let's go. Holy cow, man. We got 10 people watching, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys are wild. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Especially spending your Sunday night with me. Thank you. If you have a chance, man, hit up the chat. We got great people in the chat, man. We got Dahlia, David, Joanne, not Joanne, Joan. Sorry, Captain Mickey Mouse was in here as well, man. We got great people. Chris Lasso, yeah, man. We got a really great community, man. We're growing it, and it's getting better, man. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, man. But thank you. We're still on commercial break, so we're not missing a thing right now. Ooh, look at that Ferris wheel, man. That is a Kansas City red right there for sure. All right. 1st and 10. I forgot. I got to switch over the ball here. Goff under center. Hands it off to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to run to the right and able to hurdle somebody there and picks up about 5 yards. Oh, dude, Xavier Worthy was open for almost the majority of that route. I think Mahomes just saw him late. 2nd and 5. Goff under center here. Another handoff to Jahmyr. And this one upended after just a gain of maybe 1. Leo Chanel leading the tackle there with Nick Bolton. Leo Chanel, another Wisconsin product, man. There's a pair of Wisconsin Badgers starting on this Kansas City defense. Leo Chanel and Drew Tranquil coming out of Wisconsin. Third and 4. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on that right side. Ball at the 26. Goff looking, being moved off his spot. He's going to take off and run. He's got blockers down the field. And a first down for Detroit. Ball at the 33 now. So are we rooting for a pick six? Hey man, I got no dog in this fight, man. I'm looking for an entertaining game, and guess what? Pick six, always entertaining. So yeah, I'm hoping Jared Goff throws a pick six. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Goff under center, fullback, running back in the backfield, 2 receivers on that right side. Handoff, Gibbs with a delay. He's to the 45 and down to the 48. Oh boy, man. He nearly broke loose on that one. Yeah, took the handoff, and then just that offensive line, man, able to move that Kansas City defense. Just everything to the right. All right, man. 12 carries, 53 yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. Goff under center. Another handoff. This one up towards the right side, and that'll go. Oh, he's still on his feet. Oh, man. Dude, Jahmyr Gibbs just does not stop, man. Well, what's the nickname for Montgomery and Gibbs, man? Sonic and Knuckles? Yeah. Yeah, that checks out for sure. So out goes Sonic after a great pair of runs there, and in comes Knuckles. David Montgomery, ball at the 46. 2nd and 4 for Detroit. Fakes the handoff. Goff pressure, then he's just going to throw it away. Throwing it away. They're going for a little bit of a play action there. That pressure came immediately from that right side. Goff just said, nope. Basically just spiked the ball. 3rd and 4. John, I'll tell you what. You stop Gibbs. You put the lime in the coconut and mix them both. Oh yeah, put the lime in the coconut. The lime in the... Sorry. 3rd and 4. I'm a professional. Pay attention. All right. Hand off to Gibbs. To David Montgomery. He's going to spin his way for about half of what they needed. So 4th and 2 coming up. Dude, it's a catchy jingle, man. You put the lime in the coconut, you shake them both. What are you doing to me, David? What are you doing to me? You can't be throwing that kind of chaotic energy my way, man. I'm going to take that. I'm like a dog when I see a car. I'm just going to run after it. All right, 4th and 2. Goff in the shotgun. All right, Detroit being aggressive here at midfield, basically. They're going for it. Takes the snap. Goff pressured. Finds his incomplete. Trying to get it to St. Brown. And the Lions turn the ball over on downs, man. Kansas City turns the ball over on downs. Detroit returns the favor. Dude, Detroit blocks nobody. They just let Goff just be like, you got it, right? You got it. Yeah, Jared Goff had about 0.7 seconds to try to decide who to throw to because there was just nobody. Nobody blocked. The pressure came from right up the middle, and then the sides were coming crashing down too. Smiling at the... Oh, smiling at the nicknames. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, man. Sonic and Knuckles. That hurt. Yep. Yeah. If you guys know anything about me, if we have some new people, I love giving nicknames to players, man. Like Rico Dowdle, who had a massive, massive game today against his former team. I've been calling him Uncle Rico since last year, man. And if you've seen Napoleon Dynamite, you know. But yeah, Uncle Rico. Who else did we give a nickname to? I think it was Steve gave George Pickens the nickname of Gorgeous George, which I think is just absolutely hilarious. So yeah, George Pickens is gonna be called Gorgeous George on the channel from now on. Much to the dismay of some people, I understand. But yeah, man, I'm all for nicknames, man. Give me some nicknames. Give me some good ones, and we'll go, man. At one point, I want so many nicknames for so many players that, like, whether it's like 5 years down the road, if there's like a new person that tries to watch the stream, they're gonna be so confused. I'm gonna be like, all right, the clown from Mississippi throws the ball to the Roadrunner of Arizona, and they're gonna be like, what the heck is going on? What? Yeah, that's what I want, man. I want people to be confused when they get here, and they're gonna be so scared that they are forced to stay and understand our language. Yeah, they're gonna be shocked and confused, but they're gonna be fascinated about this channel. They're gonna be like, we don't know what's going on. There's like a weird group of people that are just naming things and people just weird things, and I stuck around. First and 10. Gadget play, gets it out to his running back, but he'll lose about a yard. Isaiah Pacheco unable to get anything going, man. Anzalone bringing him down. Well, I gave Zach Taylor a nickname, Ken, as in a Ken doll. Ah. Is it because he doesn't have any? You know what? I can't say that on. Never mind. There's a family show. We're for the kids. All right, first and 10. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Two receivers on that right side as well. Throws to the right, finds Hollywood Brown, and I think that's going to be a toe tap catch in Detroit territory. Woo! Nice job. All right, man. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here on Sunday Night Football. This game has literally only been on for an hour and 5 minutes, and we're already nearing the end of the first half. All right, man. No, because he is not the brightest. Oh, oh, my goodness. Zach, I apologize. I apologize for the channel, man. Not because we shouldn't be saying these things. We're gonna say them because, yeah, you gotta move on, man. You're dragging that franchise down, but I still apologize because we're gonna continue to make fun of you as a coach, not as a human being. All right. Anytime we joke around, we're talking about them as coaches. Zach Taylor seems like a nice guy, man, actually. I got to balance it out. But yeah, no. Cincy needs a new coach. All right, since we're at the 2-minute warning, let's look at some stats here before we hit halftime. So we got Jared Goff, 7 of 9, 85 yards and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 13 for 59 yards, averaging 4.5 yards per carry. That's actually pretty low for Jahmyr Gibbs. Usually he's well north of 5 yards. David Montgomery, 4 for 24. He's looking solid. Jameson Williams, 3 for 44 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta, 2 on just, let me see here, 2 for 37, I should say. All right, we're back. 1st and 10, ball at the 42. Hand off to Pacheco to the right side, trying to bounce it out. Ooh, woo! 2-yard run. And guess who's back? Kirby's back. Quick throw to Travis Kelce, and that'll pick up a 1st down for Kansas City. But Kirby Joseph is back. What I he looked like he was going to be out for this game for sure, if not longer. But Kirby Joseph just laid a great hit on Isaiah Pacheco on that previous play before the throw to Travis Kelce. And from the looks of it, they gave Kirby some good stuff in the locker room. Throw to the right and incomplete. Patrick Mahomes not on the same page as his receiver because that was about a 15 to 20 yard overthrow. It looks like Xavier was kind of running almost like a little skinny post, and I think Mahomes was expecting him to kind of run a corner route. All right, we got 1:03 left in the half. 2nd and 10 coming up. 4 receiver set. Mahomes takes the snap, looking to his left, gets it out to Kelce, who will be unable to haul that one in. All right, man. Mr. Taylor Swift has been having a pretty good night, so that one was only his first bad play, I guess you could say. Hit him right in the hands, man. What an insult to Ken Dolls. That was way off. Yes, it was. All right, we got 3 receivers stacked up on that left side. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. Pressure, throws to the right, and once again, another overthrow. But Travis Kelce, vying for a flag, will get it. And it'll be on Detroit. So an automatic 1st down. Rock Ya-Sin, number 23, getting caught for the pass interference. Let's see this here. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. I see it. I see it. Yeah, he's all up under this right here. So 1st and 10, ball at the 18. Fakes the handoff. Mahomes throws to the right, finds his man, and he is landing on his head. Travis Kelce getting it down to the 1. 1st and goal for Kansas City. Oh, I have to say, I saw Mahomes play like this last game. A little bit. OMG, again, Mahomes throws way off. This time, I think it was, pass interference for sure. Great throw by Mahomes on that one, dude. Getting it right past Campbell. Once again, Kelce better watch out, man. He landed like flush straight on his head. Ooh. I know this year, unless Casey is winning, Mahomes gets psyched out. Yeah, sometimes I think he's trying to force it maybe a little bit too much, but I think he's always trying to force it down the field. I don't think he ever wants to allow a defense to think that they're ever just going to just dink and dunk their way down the field. Detroit used their second timeout here. Stopping the clock at 40 seconds. There we go. All right. Fullback, running back in the backfield. Mahomes under center here. Jumbo set. He's going to take off and run. And touchdown, Mahomes. There is going to be a flag, but I do believe that it's going to be on Detroit there. There's a couple guys that jumped before the snap. So I'm pretty sure this run will count for Mahomes. There you go. Penalty will be declined, and KC is going to go for just the extra point here. So apparently I never moved the ball. Come on. I'm a professional. My apologies, guys. I do get caught up in the game. I'm not going to lie. All right, Butker's kick. Finally. Straight as he... Oh, I can't say that joke. Never mind. No, I'll refrain. No, but the extra point is good. And good one TD. There we go. Yeah, that was a good play design. It was like his little option. Mahomes taking it to the right, but pretends like he's gonna pitch it, and it just cuts upfield. Oh yeah, Mahomes. Yeah, he basically could have just kind of did a little shoulder shrug, maybe a moonwalk there as he was crossing the goal line. Nice of the refs to throw a flag just in case he didn't make it in. Yeah. To be fair, again, I would have to look back. Maybe there was an offensive lineman that jumped or kind of twitched, but I'm pretty sure one of the defensive linemen for Detroit jumped off sides. And to be fair to the referees too, just a little bit. They're don't worry, we'll blame them for something here at some point. I know, especially during primetime games, these refs can't help themselves. They want to be part of the action. But they threw that flag right away. They didn't wait until the play was over to find out the results of that. But yeah, it's been a great play so far for sorry, not great play. Great play calling for Kansas City so far, man. Really creative. Really, really freaking creative. Both these teams are just getting wonky with their plays, especially inside the 5. Yeah, you had that throw to Jared Goff that was called back. That would have been a touchdown. Then you get this one that apparently wasn't an option play. It was more of a misdirect. But I think if Mahomes was getting close to getting hit, he would have pitched it out somehow. All right, Detroit to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, down to the 32. And with 33 seconds left, Detroit will have a chance to tack on some points before the half. They do have just one timeout left. And they've been good in the passing game. They've been able to get some big chunk plays. We'll see if this Kansas City team decides to play some soft coverage, maybe some man. All right, Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. 2 receivers stacked up on that left side as well. Goff takes the snap, looking, throws, gets it out to his tight end, and he's good for about 4 yards down to the 36. Nice little quick out route there towards the right sideline. Stops the clock at 28 seconds. All right, Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. Similar formation, actually. St. Brown splitting out wide to the left. Quick throw, and it's caught by St. Brown. Clock is going to continue to run unless Detroit uses a timeout here. That was a weird route, but also a weirder decision to throw it to that short route. Like St. Brown may have only picked up anywhere between 3 to 5 yards on that one. It's like you're trying to get the ball down the field, man. And to burn a timeout doing that play, it was well, all right, we got 3rd and 2 here. Goff in the shotgun, ball at the 40. 2 receivers stacked up on the right side, running back to Goff's right as well. Takes a snap, looking, rolling to his right, pressured, and it'll be incomplete. 17 seconds left, and Detroit 4th and 2, and they're going to punt this one away. And Ramingo back there to fair catch this one at the 11. 10 seconds left. And I think we're just going to see a kneel down, and Kansas City's going to be happy with a 3-point lead here at the half. They do get the ball to start the second half as well. All right, Kobe Joseph, he was helped into the medical tent, gingerly putting minimal pressure on that left leg. Spent 10 minutes in there, then came out. He had a heavy tape job on that left knee, and then he walked slowly up and down the bench. Okay. And Mahomes takes the snap, and we're going to head to halftime with Detroit trailing Kansas City 10-13 here in Kansas City. All right, man. So far, man, what a game. We had some good offense, some really good defense as well. This is what you want, man. This is what you want between 2 premier teams in prime time, man. All right, let's look around the league just a little bit here. So looking at around the league, I noticed this during the 49ers game. Unfortunately, Fred Warner has been confirmed that he is going to be out for the rest of the year with a right ankle injury. So that sucks, man. Warner, one of the best linebackers in the NFL, one of the best playmakers. And once again, just another major injury to the 49ers that just keeps And dude, I don't know what is going on over there in San Fran, but the last 2 to 2.5 years, man, their injuries have been insane. And it's not just like guys like backups, on special teams. Sometimes you'll see that because of those collisions. But dude, we're talking about major injuries, man. Christian McCaffrey, Fred Warner, Brock Purdy, almost the entire receiving corps has been out for most of the year for San Francisco, man. And it's just, yeah, I don't know what is going on. Like, I don't know if they need to change the food, the medical, the trainers. I don't know what's going on, but it just seems to get worse and worse every single time. So, yeah, unfortunately for the 49ers, Fred Warner, their captain over there on that defensive side, is going to be out for the rest of the year. So, unfortunate. David, pick six is an interception returned for a touchdown. I Googled what that means for pick six. Oh, gotcha. A pick six, yeah. Sorry, a pick is considered an interception, and six is because it gets brought back for 6 points before the extra point is tacked on. So, interception 6, pick 6. Packers Nation, welcome, my man. How you doing tonight? Look, a win is a win for us, Pack, but Packers are leaving so much out there week after week. I pray they bring it together. Absolutely, man. Don't get me wrong. I think they could have definitely. This is one of those games where I didn't have too bad of an issue with the offense because I think they played pretty well. They were pretty efficient outside of that interception, which is just one of those plays that you wish Jordan Love would just kind of give up on and just settle for a field goal, man. It's okay. It's early on. If it was late in the game and you're down that much, yeah, you got to throw it. But early on, man, you don't have to do that. Just settle for a field goal, get the points. But the defense for the Packers has been the biggest concern for me the last two games, man. Obviously, they gave up 40 points to Dallas, which if you look at what Dallas has done all season, especially offensively, they're one of the best offenses in the NFL. It's just the way it is. Dak Prescott is playing like one of the best quarterbacks, one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. The receivers are playing out of their mind, especially George Pickens. And then their running game, up until this week, was one of the best in the NFL. So that offense is good. That's just the way it is. Giving up 40 points is still unexcusable, but you're going to give up points to a really good offense in the NFL. It's just the way it is. But to give up 18 points in the second half to Joe Flacco and the Bengals, that's another thing, especially when you are trying to hold on to a lead. Not great. You're still giving up touchdowns, man. You can't do that, man. You cannot give up a touchdown, a 2-point per conversion when you're trying to finish off a game. But the good thing is the Packers, for the second week in a row, able to continue to score points to get either a win or to force a tie. That's the only good thing. That wasn't really happening during that Cleveland game. And the first 2 games, 27 points. That's what they scored today. That seems to be the magic number for the Packers to get wins. Each of their 3 wins have come when they have scored 27 points. They lost when they scored 10 against Cleveland, and they tied when they scored 40 against Dallas. So yeah, man, if I'm the Packers, I'm telling Matt LaFleur, score 27 points and then you're good. You're a perfect 3-0 when you score 27. Sorry, let's see here. Dave, come on, Detroit, you can win this. Steve. Yeah, I mean, if I have to choose it's an easy one for me. I need Detroit to lose. I need the Packers to gain some ground in the NFC North. Packer Nation 12, I hope they perform more favorably in the future too. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, it's not perfect on offense. Jacobs did look good, though. I would say one of the first times this season, he looked, especially in that second half, man, he was getting some big chunks of yardage on the ground. Hopefully that continues. Matthew Golden looks like he's beginning to kind of approach the number one receiver conversation for sure. 3 catches, 86 yards. And then Jordan Love went to him when he needed a big play, and the kid delivered every single freaking time. So that's a positive. Tucker Kraft looked good and healthy. And most importantly, Jordan Love, I think he was sacked one time, and that was from a blitz by Geno Stone coming from the right side. That was like when it was just overloaded. Cincinnati basically almost set out an all-out blitz. So yeah, so offensive line looked good. The best game the offensive line for the Packers have had since week 2. And yeah, man. So it wasn't a perfect game, but there was definitely some major positives, some major improvements over the last 2 games for the Packers. So that's the things that I would focus on, and the things that they clean up were small. And also, there weren't as many penalties on the Packers as they have had over the last 2 weeks as well. What was it against Dallas? They had, close to 15 or 14 penalties? Just terrible. This one was a lot better. It was a lot cleaner. And, yeah, man. I don't know. I think the Packers improved overall as a team, especially offensively, especially in special teams as well. They looked a lot better. Let me see here. Packer Nations, I do believe the Packers will click when it's time to click. You don't want to play your best football in September. Golden is progressing. Him and Watson will be brutal by the end of the season. Absolutely, man. 100%. 100%. Yeah, you want to be playing your best football, middle to late November, well into January, man. If you can do that once it starts getting cold, you'll be fine. But yeah, dude. The Packers are a team that's built to win late in the season. They have the running back. They have the quarterback. They got a good tight end. They got a good offensive line. And their defense hits hard, fast. And the only thing that's missing for that Packers defense right now is the secondary needs to play better. Or at least the pass defense needs to play better overall. And turnovers. Turnovers have been hard to come by for the Packers defense. Steve, they are a good team. Yep. I agree. I think the Packers are a good team. They have yet to show whether they can be a consistently great team, but they are, in my opinion, a good team. This is the first year in the NFL for me. I don't see any team that's extremely dominant right now. Yeah, before last week, I would have said there was 2 teams. It was Detroit and Philly. But Philly has looked very, very weak the last couple games that we've seen. The Broncos, especially that fourth quarter, was brutal to watch. And then, obviously, this past week on Thursday, going up against the Giants, who everybody thought would be a top 5 team in the draft, not in the NFL. They made the Giants look like a team that can make the playoffs this year, which could still be true, but I don't know. But yeah, Philly has looked rough the last 2 weeks, and then finally Detroit. Again, they looked like one of the best teams, if not the best team in football coming into this game, but you're starting to see some mistakes here. The running game, it still looks good, but the passing game is very stop and go. And then right now, the Detroit defense, which is not bad. I mean, they gave up 13 points in the first half. You can win with that for sure. But still kind of you're seeing cracks in this Detroit defense that you're not used to seeing over the last 2 years. You're starting to see that now. Whether that's injuries or just inconsistencies, it's the season is still young. We're only in week 6, so we'll see how they look towards the end of last year. I never sold on the looks. Lions. There you go. The looks. But yeah, so I kind of talked about a little bit of Detroit here in this game. I think the defense is looking good against the run. They've given up some chunk plays here and there, but nothing too wild. The passing game has been effective for Patrick Mahomes and this Kansas City offense. So that's something that Detroit can really tighten up here, especially that second. Sorry, God, my goodness. Especially that secondary. Um, but for Kansas City, man, their offense is still. It's still so much. There's still so much that's built around Mahomes being able to have time, and it's not even the time that's like designed into the play. It's the off stuff where he actually gets out of the pocket and is able to buy time. That seems to be where they're finding the most success. It's not really uh, the play that it's built to be around. It's not within the structure of the play. Like Mahomes has to do something amazing, make a guy miss, avoid a sack, roll out, buy time, pump fake and run and pick up a first down. Like those are the things that Kansas City is like surviving on. And can they do that for a while? Yeah, I think this team is good enough to be able to live on that knife edge and win the majority of the time. But right now, you're starting to see through the first 5 weeks, it hasn't been working enough. And they got to be careful because this Detroit team, man, if they start clicking and they start really just being able to do what they want on offense, and that is run the ball, pass when they want to, and give Goff time in the pocket to find whoever he wants, then you're really going to not see the ball for long stretches and you're going to have little time to be able to make a comeback. So, trying to think here. For Kansas City's defense, pass rush has been an issue. They haven't really gotten a whole lot of pressure on Goff. They've been able to move him off the spot every once in a while, but nothing wild. And the running game for Detroit having a pretty decent time getting yards after contact, especially. So, yeah. So we're about to start off here. Jake Bates about to kick this one away. Caught at around the 5 to the 15 to the 10 to the 20, 25. Oh, stopped up and taken down inside the 20. Bumped it into his own blocker, lost some yardage there, then tried to bounce it to the outside and lost more yardage after that. So Kansas City going to start within their own 20. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left, single receiver to that right side. Quick throw, getting out to number 24 to the 20, 25, and down near the 29. And I think we might have Travis Kelce down on the ground here. He kind of got rolled up on. I think he's up. All right, so he is up. He's on the sidelines. So that's a good sign. 2nd and inches. Hand off. Pacheco picks up a first down and more across the 35 down to the 37. First down for Kansas City. Yeah, luckily Kelce, I don't think he got a leg truly caught underneath. He just kind of got rolled up on. So probably take a couple plays off, get right, and he'll be back in. All right. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that right side. Quick throw to the left. Finds his backup tight end across the 50 down to the 45, and that is Noah Gray with a first down. Let's see here. Yeah, just a simple out route there. Getting past Anzalone. Nobody covering the flat. And Noah Gray caught it at the 43 and able to take it into Detroit territory at the 44. 1st and 10. Mahomes rolling out to his right. Looking. He's going to pitch it awkwardly. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that throw from Mahomes. That was just kind of like a. All right, neighbors wildin'. Okay, 2nd and 10. Two receivers to that right side. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Mahomes with time over the middle finds a wide open Kelsey down to the 31. Nobody within like 7 yards of Travis Kelsey, dude. How do you allow? Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh, quick snap. Quick snap. Uh oh. There's a flag. Mahomes looking, has all day to throw. He's going to take off and run to the 25 and down to the 20. So the reason I was saying, when Kelsey caught it and he was going to the ground, it looked like the ball, because the ball nearly went right past him. I don't think that's a catch. And the penalty is on Detroit. So the penalty is declined. It'll be the result of the play is a first down. So yeah, I think Detroit should have probably thrown the flag, or that should have been looked at by New York. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun, two backs in the backfield with him, sends Kareem Hunt on the screen to the 15, stays on his feet, spin move, and gets it inside the 10. 1st and goal coming up for Kansas City. Kansas City catching a small break there, but I mean, they're marching down the field here, man. This Detroit defense looks exhausted, especially that front seven. Those big guys, hands on hips, breathing hard. 1st and goal. Ball to 9. Little pitch to the left there, to the 5. Touchdown, Kansas City! And that is Hollywood Brown getting in there on the little end around towards the left. So yeah, Brown initially moving to the right, and then before the snap, able to take that one. Mahomes literally just pops it up into the air. Hollywood takes that one all the way to the end zone. Great blocking down the field. There you go. Kansas City taking control of this game right now. And Butker's kick is straight. I will keep my jokes to myself. No TD. I'm getting a bowl of cereal. All right, you heard it here, man. That touchdown does not count. We're getting a bowl of cereal. We cannot get touchdowns when we're getting bowls of cereal, man. What kind of cereal, actually? We're talking about some Fruity Pebbles, some Captain Crunch. Or are we going healthy? Are we going healthy? I don't get it. What are you not saying about Butker? So if you look up this past offseason, he had a weird speech talking about traditional roles of people and what people should be doing and things like that. It's mostly just a joke about that. And to be honest with you, it didn't matter if it was Butker or somebody else that said it or made like a weird, like odd speech like that at a college. I would be making fun of that too. Yeah, so yeah, Butker, just look that up. Look up Harrison Butker college speech. There'll be a breakdown of it. But yeah, I'm just giving Butker some guff a little bit. Yeah, Butker, yeah. So I'm just trying to keep it with it to jokes because I think if I start mentioning specific terms, it'll it'll turn weird in the chat or things like that. So I'm just trying to make jokes. So I'm not trying to make it too serious here. All right, we're coming back from the commercial break. And Butker's kick is away. Caught at the 2, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and down to the 26. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, I know what you are speaking of. It's interesting situation where speaking your mind gets you in trouble if people don't agree with it. I mean, I don't think anybody got. I mean, he still has a job. Like, I think it was just people had opinions. That's it. I'm not of the mind that if you speak your mind, you should get in trouble. Like, if you're saying some weird stuff, there's consequences to it. But I mean, nothing happened to Buckner, and I don't think anything should have. He still has the kicking job. He's still doing. He's still one of the best kickers in the NFL. So yeah, like I said, that's why I didn't really want to point out too specifically what was going on because I know people will have opinions, and that's not really what this is about. It was just more of just me making jokes. Like this is me making fun of Aaron Rodgers when he was even with the Packers, like ayahuasca. He's just anytime you see people having opinions, it's always or specific opinions. It's always kind of fun to just kind of point at them, whether I agree with it or don't. And it's going to be a handoff to Gibbs, and he'll pick up some yardage there, to about 2 or 3 yards. Leo Chanel, man, he has been all over the freaking field. We got 3rd and 3, Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right, 2 receivers to that left side. Kansas City showing pressure. They send 5. Quick throw over the middle, and St. Brown with a tough catch over the middle gets a first down for Detroit. Ooh, quick throw to the other side. Jameson Williams across the 50 down to the 47 of Kansas City. Let's go, man. Yeah, freaking for some reason Jameson Williams just wide open. Nobody is lined up against him really. There was like a defender like 15 yards away, and Goff saw that. Just look at that. Jameson's like, dude, there's nobody there. Yeah, that was some free yardage there for Detroit. Who the F is Butker and and FAR for no reason? Wow. Oh, Steve, you're the man. And a handoff up the middle. Gibbs fighting off defenders and picks up 2 yards on the carry. Cassian Farms purely O's organic, sugar free. That's my. Oh, there we go. All right, respect. Dude, I haven't had a bowl of cereal in forever, man. It always hits the spot. Butker is nobody, Steve, but yes, let the disdain for AR seethe. 2nd and 8, 3 receivers to the left. Gets it out to Gibbs on the left side, and that goes nowhere. Looks like it lost some yardage there for Detroit. And look at that, man. Drue Tranquill. The Badgers are representing tonight, man. Let's freaking go. Joan loves O's from Canadian Farm. I bet they're pretty good, if not great. Tony the Tiger. There you go. Yeah, whatever happened to Tony, man? We don't see Tony anymore. What happened to Tony the Tiger, man? All right, 3 receivers on the right side. 3rd and 11. Quick throw to the outside. Jameson Williams, and he is upended after just a gain of 1. 4th and 10 coming up, and Detroit, their offense is sputtering in the second half. Cascadian Farm. There we go. Not Canadian Farm. And fair caught at the 7, and that is where Mahomes and this Kansas City offense will take over. 6:42 left in the third. And KC with a 10-point lead over the Detroit Lions. Eat so healthy, it's nuts. I like it. I like it. We're a pun channel here. We're a pun channel here. Is it a coincidence that pun rhymes with fun? Probably, but they go hand in hand. Just looking at some stats here. Let's. There we go. None rhymes with fun too, but you don't see them at the comedy club. I don't know, man. I don't know. You ever seen the Flying Nuns? Those ladies are wild. Wild. Any Bills fans here? Captain Mickey Mouse is a Bills fan. Yeah, I think that is all the Bills fans in the chat right now. But yeah. And you know who we haven't really seen a whole lot of, and they're highlighting him now, is Aiden Hutchinson. And outside of the near sack on Mahomes early in the game, and then the strip sack that Mahomes recovered, Jalen Moore has been doing a pretty dang good job against one of the best defensive ends in the NFL, man. 1st and 10, handoff up the middle, and Pacheco runs head first for a gain of 3 down to the 10. My home team, hey, there we go. Yeah, I mean, Bills are looking good, man. They were looking good. I know they had a tough loss against the Patriots, but the first 4 games, they were looking strong. That defense was looking pretty solid, and the running game with Cooks was just incredible. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 10. And Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Sends Worthy in motion. Looking. Mahomes going to try to take off and run, and incomplete. Trying to hit Isaiah Pacheco with a back shoulder throw. All right, we got 3rd and 7 coming up here. 5:54 left in the third. All right, 3 receivers on that right side. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his left. Throws it out, finds Kelsey for a first down. Incredible, dude. Nearly dropped it. Able to corral it, and then just gets big chunks after the play. After the catch, I should say. Oh, the defender, unable to stay on his feet, man, was basically slipping as he was trying to make that cut along with Kelsey. Travis, 5 for 7 on, 5 for 70 on the day. We got 1st and 10, 3 receivers on the left. Mahomes takes off and will slide after a gain of 1 or 2 down near the 29. It's getting cold here. Oh, absolutely. Same. I'm from Wisconsin, and it's the last couple of days have been chilly up here, which is I love the fall. The fall is the best time of the year. It's football season. It's baseball playoff season, and the bugs are gone, and it's chilly. I'm not a summer guy. I don't like the heat. 2nd and 8. Mahomes in the shotgun, running back to his right. Fakes the handoff, rolling, and it'll be incomplete. We got 3rd and 8 coming up for Mahomes and this offense. David, I visited Niagara Falls when I was younger. Ooh, how was that, man? Did you do like the boat thing where you're kind of like passing nearby and you get all wet, or did you go see it from the top? Or from further away, I should say. All right, 3rd and 8. 3 receivers stacked up on the left. Mahomes in the shotgun with a running back to his left. Takes the snap, looking, pressure, stays on his feet, and will withstand a hit and picks up some more yardage, but he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first. How Mahomes took a hit from 3 different Lions players, and he is the guy that stays up. Is amazing to me. Yeah, 1, 2 guys hit him, and he stays on his feet and picks up an extra yard or 2 after the hit. Insane. All right. Matt Araiza. Why do I keep on forgetting to change the position of the ball? Dude, I'm getting too caught up in the game, man. I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate you. All right, Matt Araiza punting this one away, and it'll be fair caught at the 18. Nobody liked the summer. Nobody. Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know how it was anywhere else, man, but in Wisconsin, it was humid and just miserable. Just absolutely miserable. Yeah, like I can kind of stand some heat. It's not a problem. But man, dude, when it gets humid and hot, no. Please, no. Lots of water. We did not go on a boat. Okay. Lots of lots of water. I go to the falls in the winter. It's neat then too. Oh, that's nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, that would be a thing that I would love to see, man. Niagara Falls, or like any like great waterfall would be awesome. Um, I need to travel more, I would say. Steve, I would bet money that some people like the summer. It depends, man. When I was younger, summer was great. Nothing bothered me. Now that I'm getting older, I don't know, man. I don't know when it happened, but I'm like I became like a curmudgeon. You know, it's I don't know if you guys ever. I don't know if some of you guys know who Nate Bargatze is. He has a great joke, and I'm not gonna try to butcher it, but I'll kind of give you the cliff notes. He's like when you're in your 20s and somebody invites you out, you're like, yeah, let's go. I don't care what country are we going to, blah blah blah. He's like when you're in your 30s, you're like, okay, what time is it? Who's gonna be there? I'm gonna be driving myself. He's like, but when you hit your 40s, you're like, no, why? He's like, I'm actually offended that you're calling me to go somewhere. No. Yeah. I'm kind of in that middle back half there. I'm like, yeah, I might go, but I'm just like, who's going to be there? I'm definitely driving myself. I'm not like, I want to be able to leave when I want to. Yeah, it's like, nah. The fans, the fans shovel out the stadium for the bill. Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's a thing that we do in Green Bay too. Fans get a free hot cocoa all day, as well as I think like a snack for sure. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a little community thing. First and 10, ball at the 19. Two receivers stacked up on the left. Goff, play action. Gets it out to David Montgomery. He's to the 25, to the 30, 35, 40. Stays on his feet and stumbles to the 43. A big catch and run for David Montgomery, going 23 yards on the catch and run. Yes, the people who go to the beach. There we go. Yep. Yes, that is true and funny. Yeah. All right, first and 10, ball officially at the 42. Goff fakes the handoff, throws it to the right, finds St. Brown to the 30, to the 50, and gets it down near the 46 of Kansas City. It's been a quiet night for St. Brown. I think that was only his third catch of the night. Sorry, fifth. Fifth catch, but only 20 yards. All right, first and 10. Shotgun, running back to his right. Goff throws to the left, finds St. Brown, and he will pick up a first down, 11 yards down deep into Kansas City territory, man. And I think officially going to spot the ball at the 35. All right, first and 10. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. Single receiver to that left side as well. Takes the snap, looks, throws to the right, and finds again another St. Brown catch, getting it down to the 29. Of course, as soon as I say St. Brown is having a quiet night, catches 3 consecutive passes. I think I gotta try this power that I've discovered that I have. Mention a player's having a bad day, and all of a sudden he's gonna go off. Next Packer game, I'm saying Jordan Love. He hasn't thrown 10 touchdowns in a game ever. It's going to be a nice little end around to the right side. And first down run for Jameson Williams, picking up exactly what they needed along the right sideline. I'd like Goff to throw an interception. It would be nice. It would be shocking, to be honest with you. T. Higgins is running so fast around the house, jumping over ornaments. It's after 10 p.m. Oh, he must have had some coffee. All right, Goff under center here, fakes the handoff, gets it out to David Montgomery to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and down to the 8. First and goal coming up for Detroit. Well, it's good to know T. Higgins is having a good time at the house, man. It's always weird, man. Cats are always so strange. They could be so calm for most of the day, where you would think they would be running around, and then just in like the late part of the night, that's when they just want to do as much as they possibly want. Jump around, hide, play games with you. That's all they want to do. They always wait until towards the end of the night. Wah, wah, wah. All right, man. That is the end of the third quarter. We are headed to the fourth. You never have cats? They go crazy around 10 p.m. They wake me up every night. No, I don't think I. No, I've never had a cat, but my sisters have had cats. Yeah, plenty of cats in the family tree. Luckily, none of them have been really big jerks. It's usually, I had a friend that had a cat. It was like 50-50, depending on the day, depending on the hour, whether he would walk up to you and he would cuddle with you, and that was it, and that was great. The next thing you know, he's walking up to you. It looks the same thing. You're like, oh, and you're not even trying to. I'm not trying to pet him. I just let them do their thing. He comes up to me and whacks me in the face with his claws. I was like, hey, hey, no. I was like, first off, no, no violence. And then yeah, like it would just be like a random attack every time. I was like, you jerk. Yeah, man, cats are. Sorry, I got an itchy eye. All right, cats are strange creatures, man. Strange creatures. All right, we are back. Start of the fourth quarter. First and goal from the 9. Goff in the shotgun. Single receiver to the right side, running back to his left. Looks, throws, and gets it out again to St. Brown. And he will be just inside the 5. Cats have been scientifically proven to be neurotic. Welcome to the club. Yeah, man. Second and goal. 2 receivers to the right side. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looking. Throws over the middle, and did he catch that? That is a touchdown. Goff looked like he threw that through the defender. Sam Laporta coming down with it, man. One-handed touchdown grab. He got 1 foot, 2 feet, possession of the ball. Wow. Whether that was a combination of luck and skill. Wow. It's better to be lucky than good, man. All right, Bates in for this extra point to make it a 3-point game early in the fourth, and he does. That was an insane catch by Sam Laporta. Great freaking throw by Goff. Over the middle, catching it at the back of the end zone. Look at Goff. He was like, ooh. That wasn't a touchdown. That was... that was... bullshit. Wow is correct. Wow is correct. Maybe you should wake them up unexpectedly to teach them a lesson. Oh, kidding me, man? Those cats will. I literally at with my buddy with his cat. Anytime he was being a jerk, after I kind of understood the cat, I was like, you know what, man? Anytime if he batted at me or was like trying to be aggressive, I pretended like I was gonna box him. I'd be like, come on, man, let's go. Come on, come on. And he would look at me like befuddled, and he's like, you humans bore me, and he would walk away. That's what I had to do. You know, once I square up with him, he'd be like, you know what? Nah, man, I'm good. I'm like, all right. So that's when I learned that cat loves to ambush, doesn't like to fight. But congrats on the catch or whatever. uh, David, I love you, man. I love you. I can literally hear it in your voice, man. That's hilarious. We are still in the game. I love my cats. They are very interesting. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I like all animals, man. I don't think I could ever own one because my apartment is a little small. If I ever do have a dog or a cat, I want them to have space to kind of run around. Uh, but yeah, I don't mind cats. I think I'm probably more of a cat person, but I do like the affection of dogs. They're always fun. But cats are both predators and absolutely, man. Yep. Cats love to stalk, and they avoid confrontation unless they have to. That's what I've learned. And I'm talking about like big cats too, even big cats. We don't have cats. A member of the household is allergic. That's fair. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to cats or dogs. I don't know. Every time I go visit a family member, usually my eyes get watery after a while, but that's okay. It's worth it. Steve, come on, Detroit, you can beat the Swifties. Swifties, Swifties. Cats are very affectionate. Oh, they can be for sure. They absolutely can be. Handoff up the middle, and it'll pick up about 3 yards down to the 34. Let me switch the possession here. Yeah, but they can be. They tend to be, and again, I think every cat is different, or at least it depends maybe on the type of cat. But they tend to be bigger. They tend to be jerks more often than dogs, typically. But I think it depends on the owner as well, for sure. Quick throw, and it'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Kelsey. And there's going to be a late flag. I think they're going to get Detroit for roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness. Yep, roughing the passer. Detroit. That's Aiden Hutchinson, man. That's one of the the Lions superstars there. Gosh. Oh. Mahomes looking at Hutchinson saying, like, what's wrong with you, man? It's the fourth penalty on the Lions tonight. Kansas City penalty free today. 1st and 10, ball at the 49. It's going to be a toss to the right. Gets it out to Xavier Worthy, and he's going to pick up 6 yards to the 45 of Detroit. Kansas City, man, methodically just marching down the field. Getting some help from penalties here, but I mean that was a clear dumb penalty by Aiden Hutchinson. No reason to go that high on Patrick Mahomes. Pure testosterone. 2nd and 4. Quick throw finds Xavier Worthy to the 40. First down to the 35 and taken down at the 32. Brian Branch missing on that tackle there, unable to bring down Worthy. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 31. Mahomes, quick throw to the outside. Juju to the 25 and down to the 20. First down, gain of 11 in Kansas City, man. Looking good tonight. They are looking like the 3-time defending AFC champions. All right, 1st and 10. Quick throw to the outside to number 24. He gets it to the 15, stays on his feet, and will fight for extra yardage down near the 13. Very close to a first down. I think it's going to be 2nd and 2. Contrary to popular belief, not every fan of the Chiefs is a Swiftie, but I'm not sure why I bothered wasting my time trying to explain that. That's okay, David. It's all right, dude. I remember when Simone Biles' husband was with the Packers. People were getting on the Packers about Simone Biles, too. It was a little bit tougher because, gold medalist. Handoff up the middle and a first down to the 8. Yeah, and that's usually been the case in football. I don't know how it is with other sports, but in football especially, man, fans love to harp on the significant other of a prominent player. Like Patrick Mahomes' wife got that a lot. His brother got that a lot, though his brother definitely brought it onto himself a lot. I felt like sometimes with his shenanigans. Romo, when he was dating Carrie Underwood or Jessica Simpson, run to the right side, inside the 5, Pacheco running violently as always, getting it down to the 3. And that'll be 2nd and goal coming up for Kansas City. Romo, anytime he was dating almost anybody, usually was getting something, getting some guff from Eagles fans, Giants fans, or almost anybody. I'm trying to think who else. God, I'm trying to think of who else. There's other examples. I just can't think of them right now. So 2nd and goal, Kansas City. Mahomes under center, single back in the backfield. Rolling out to his left. And we'll just throw this one away. 3rd and goal coming up. I know that doesn't what's her face more than her husband's face on the game for some reason. Yeah, the NFL knows where its bread is buttered sometimes. I think they're doing it a lot less this season, which is kind of nice. And like I said, nothing against Taylor Swift. But there's nothing against that, but it's just more of like, let's focus on the game. Third and goal. Mahomes alone in the shotgun, looking to his left. Throws to his right. Wide open. Hollywood Brown. Nobody within 7 yards of him. Just running on the front side of the end zone by himself. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, jeez, man. Number 21 just got beat off the line and then just gave up. Just gave up on that one. That was a great design, though. Great design by Kansas City. Butker's kick is up and right down the middle. And we're cooked. I mean, it was still 9:30 left in the game. I wouldn't count the chickens too early. I think if Detroit can score here, we're back right where we were just a few minutes ago, and all it takes is a mistake from somebody, whether that's Detroit or Kansas City, and the game can change. But Kansas City has looked impressive, man. They look good. They looked good last week too. They just gave up a touchdown there at the end, where they just could not stop the Jags. But defense is playing a little bit better tonight, in my opinion. They've been able to stop the Lions quite a bit, forcing them to turn the ball over on downs or to simply just punt the ball. That's a credit to Spagnuolo there. I mean, there's a reason he's one of the best defensive coordinators in the league over the last, going all the way back to his time with the Giants when they beat the previously undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl, man. Spagnuolo's been a heck of a D coordinator for a long freaking time. GD, Detroit, you made me disappointed on you. I know, man. What the heck? But helps out the Packers at the end there. Lions can fall to 4-2. The Packers are only about half a game behind. All right, Butker's kick is away. Caught at the 7-yard line to the 20, 25, and brought down at the 26. Casey has great administrative staff. Yeah, they've had a pretty darn good draft philosophy for a while. I think they've missed on some wide receivers, in my opinion, over the last couple of years. That's kind of why they've had to pick up Juju, trade for Hollywood Brown. But the guys that have stuck have played a big role of their success here, man. Xavier Worthy looks like the real deal. So, offensive line was looking a little shaky, but they seem to have gotten a lot better in this game from the previous games there. Well, I'm not much for sushi or tartare anywhere, so I'm okay with being cooked. You don't like sushi, man? I like some sushi. All right, we got 1st and 10. Goff under center. Hands it off to Gibbs, who spins his way nowhere, actually. Loses about 4 yards on the carry. Back at the 22. It looks like that was Nick Bolton. Yes, it was. Just literally running right up the middle of the field, man. Nobody blocked him. The Detroit Lion offensive line just literally parted the Red Sea to allow Nick Bolton just to go in there and shoot down the gap. All right. 2nd and 13, gets it out to St. Brown, and he might have fumbled that ball, but it went out of bounds. I think some would say that Elvis has some of the best records. I like steak. I'm not gonna lie, man. If I had to choose between sushi or a nice steak, steak wins every time. 3rd and 10. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his left. St. Brown in motion to the left side. Takes the snap. Pressure. Down goes Goff. Back at the 22. And oh boy, this Kansas City offense beginning to... Who was that? I'm trying to see here. Because they're highlighting Chris Jones. I don't think that was Chris. Oh, no. Okay, there you go. Chris was the first guy there. But it was a Menahue with a great sack. That was actually a player that I wish the Packers would have picked up in free agency. Fox to kick this one away again. Caught at the 31, return to the 35. He's going to reverse field to the 40, to the 45. Hurdles a defender across the 50. He fumbles the ball. It might be a fumble. They're saying he's down. They're saying that the player was touched down. Ramingo. Yep, never mind. So yeah, he was already touching the ground when he was contacted by Reynolds. So that is going to be great field position for Kansas City's offense. Well in Detroit territory, around the 40, I would say 46. And they're going to respawn it at the 49, they're saying. Okay, there we go. Now Fubo is ahead of you, and like that, I like that better. They can explain. Then you can explain. Hey, there we go. I have come here to do my best. All right. Yeah, man. Detroit just needs just a little bit of help here. You know, pick 6 will do a lot to help this team right now. David's like, don't you dare, sir. Don't you even dare put that on my team. Dave came to do this best. I came to do just enough not to get sent to the principal's office. Well, you're on thin ice, buddy. You're on thin ice. You know what you did. You know what you did. Yeah, dude, Kansas City's receivers, man, have done an incredible freaking job of returning to the ball, getting into open space. Hand off to Pacheco across the 45 down to the 44. Picks up about 5 yards. Yeah, I really wanted to do the. I don't know if you guys ever seen They Live, the movie from the '80s with John Carpenter and Roddy Piper. I've, hold on, 2nd and 5. Mahomes hand off to Pacheco, and he'll pick up about 2 actually on the second effort there. I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick butt. Well, he doesn't say butt, he swears. And I have run out of bubblegum. One of the best lines in cinema history right there. Can you see me? No, you're safe. You're good. You're good. Though the cats are reporting back to me, all right? T. Higgins, me and him. Throw. Travis Kelce picks up a first down, man. That is a textbook Mahomes to Kelce right there, man. Just takes the snap, quickly throws, doesn't even bother waiting for the other routes to develop. And Travis Kelce immediately just sensing the space, turning to see where the ball is coming. Picks up a first down for Kansas City, man. Closing in on just 5 minutes left in this game. Xavier Worthy, orbit motion. Isaiah Pacheco, run up the middle, violently getting it down to the 29, picking up 5 yards. And this Detroit defense getting absolutely bullied by KC here, man. This is not what you're used to seeing with Detroit here, man. You look at the guys on the sidelines, man. They look tired. They look dejected. They're showing all the injuries that they have sustained. Terrion Arnold, I completely forgot he was out for this game. Shoulder injury. He's been their starting corner since basically midway through last year. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun. Quick throw to the outside. And picks up about 4 yards out of the 5 that they needed. I think I've been saying 24 all game long. Let me put a name to that young man because he has made some big plays in this game, picking up a couple first downs. That is Bashard Smith, the rookie, 7th round draft pick out of SMU. All right, 3rd and 1. Detroit selling out for the run here. Up the middle and first down. Kareem Hunt breaks a tackle inside the 20, down near the 16. That was a play that literally just snatched the heart out of Detroit there, man. Kirby Joseph one-on-one with Kareem Hunt, and he just gets run over. Oh, it's actually, no, sorry. Rock Ya-Sin got run over. Kirby Joseph is the only guy that kept him from scoring a touchdown on that one. All right, from the looks of it here, we're going to go to a commercial break. Detroit using their first timeout of the second half here. Stopping the clock at 3:26. I was going to ask you, think they get tired? I bet they do. They do. I bet they get tired if you asking questions. Kidding, but couldn't pass up the chance. David, be nice. Be nice. My team gave up. Oh, the Bengals. I would disagree, man. They kept on fighting to the end, man. I wish they had given up. I would have had a lot less anxiety during that game. Oh. No, I feel like the Bengals they did their best, man. They're a team that is. I think they were already coming into the season with a little bit of a talent deficiency, which is kind of code for not being the best team. They were probably a little bit of an average to maybe a slight above average team. But once they lost Joe Burrow, man, it was going to be an uphill battle to win games for sure. David, be nice to Dave. Oh no, David can be mean to me. I don't care. That's my love language, man. Being sarcastic and kind of making fun of each other, that's my love language, man. Love you, David. I don't think they gave up. I think, like you said, they're tired. I noticed I talked a lot. It means the lion. Oh, the Lions. Gotcha. No. I noticed that. You want to hear somebody talk a lot? I've friggin' there's like 10 hours of me talking today. That's a lot of talking. I talk way too much. Run up the middle, and it'll be a gain of about 2 or 3. That is Kareem Hunt picking up some tough yards. Keeping the clock rolling. Detroit's going to use their second timeout of the second half, down to just 1. And they stop the clock at 3:21. Gotcha. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. It's tough for Detroit. This is what they looked like actually at the end of last season when they lost to the Washington Commanders. There were just so many injuries that were just piling up, and by the end, you could just tell, man. You could just tell by the third quarter that team was just gassed, physically exhausted from just getting beat, and then they're just being blown out. They just kind of were like they resigned themselves to a loss, unfortunately, during that playoff game. And another run, this one getting it just shy of the 10. Another 2 or 3 yards there for Isaiah Pacheco. And Detroit using their final timeout here, man. Stopping the clock at 3:14. And why, NFL? Another commercial break. Oh, God. The NFL, I tell you. Ba-ba-bum. Money. I have the same problem when I watch WWE shows. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the era of commercials. That was never usually a big deal. But man, dude, to me, it feels like the NFL has definitely upped the the amount of times that they can squeeze in commercials. I feel like so, which I feel like it's unfortunate. I get it. You want to make more money. I get it. It's just the way it is. But I don't know, man. I feel like the game, the story behind it, the players, the coaches, everything is interesting enough that I think you could stay on the product and talk about it. I really do. I guarantee you, there would be people that would be willing to pay a premium to just not have commercials, really, and just have somebody talk about the game. That'd be awesome. Mahomes taken down for a sack, back at the 15, and this Detroit defense able to bring down Mahomes on a big third down in case he's going to have to settle for a Harrison Butker kick. Hopefully he can keep this one, from veering to the right. Keep it down the middle, man. Sorry, that's the last joke, I swear. Is that really a problem? It's not a problem, but if it's, you know, the NFL is a business, man. If they see an opportunity to make a buck, they're going to take it, unfortunately. They did that with Red Zone, but didn't like the idea that they were still leaving money on the table by not advertising. Yeah, like I said, man, I I would pay if I don't know if I could afford it, but if I could, I'd pay a premium just to keep the. I don't care. Show the sidelines. Have somebody that loves to talk about football nonstop. Just get it on there. All right. Harrison Butker able to make this one. All right, and this one kind of leaning to the left. All right, Buckner. There we go. Okay, that's the last one. I promise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. I'm the worst. I swear. At least it didn't go Bills. Ooh. Ooh. Better be careful, man. I think I hear the stampede coming from you. Or for you. Sorry. Caught inside the 5 to the 20 to the 25. And brought down at the 27, man. Levette trying to get something started and no go. All right, we got 2:20 left here. Detroit is out of timeouts. They do have the 2-minute warning, though. Ball at the 27. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Ooh, Chris Jones, I think, jumping the snap. Gets it out to Sam Laporta, and he picks up 9 on the play. But again, there's going to be a penalty, I think, on Chris Jones for being offsides. That penalty will be declined. All right. Goff in the shotgun. 2nd and 1. Looks. Pressured. And gets the ball barely out. It'll be incomplete. Yeah, Karlaftis was coming around the left side. And then Goff barely able to get out of that collapsing pocket before taking a hit outside of it. 2:07 left in the game. 2nd and 1. Ball at the 36. Shotgun running back to his right. Single receiver to that right side. Goff looking over the middle and incomplete. Trying to get it to Sam Laporta, but great coverage down the field. 4th and 1 coming up. 2:03 left. Still haven't even hit the 2-minute warning here, man. Goff in the shotgun, running back to his right. Single receiver to the right side. Looking, has some time, and incomplete. In and out of the hands of Jameson Williams. 2-minute warning hits, and we're about to see the end of this game. Kansas City just needs to kneel the ball 3 times. Detroit has no ability to stop the clock. And that'll be it, man. Detroit unable to get much going in the second half. They were trailing 10-13 at the half and got outscored 7-17 by the Kansas City Chiefs here in the latter half of the game. Seastrom! This is such a weird year for football. Yes, I'm including the fact that Miami, Indiana, and most importantly, all of my Aggies make up 3 of the top 4 teams in the country right now, according to the American press. Congrats, David. I think David's happy with this. I think he would be very happy if Goff would have thrown a pick 6 on that last play. Just to kind of put a beautiful little button on this game. Thanks, Eastrom. Sorry you had a letdown by the Cowboys. Yeah. Seastrom. I think, to be honest with you, Seastrom, tell me, if the Cowboys don't win a single game this year and start out 0-4 next year, we'll see about that. But the Aggies win the national title. Will you take that? If the Cowboys are guaranteed to not win a game at all the rest of the way this year and start out winless in September next year, but your Aggies win a national title, will you take that? Was on the road, didn't even have to watch it. Just thought it was weird when I glanced at my phone and it was 27-27. Yeah, man. Rico Dowdle had a great game, man. I mean, I'm surprised Dallas let him go, man. He looked good last year. Uncle Rico putting up nearly 500 yards of total offense over the last 2 games. 100% take it. At least someone is successful. Plus, we probably get a great pick. That's fair. Maybe I should have said you guys don't win a game at all the rest of the year, and then go 1-16 next year. I think I should have upped the ante just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, Mahomes just taking a couple knees here. So we will update the records while they're doing that. Kansas City jumping back up to 300. Once again, this team started out 0-2 on the year. They have gone 3-1 over the last 4. So I know last week was a little bit of a damper. People were still saying, well, Kansas City, they're 3-1 over the last 4 games. Jaguars are not the same Jaguars that they were a year ago or 2 years ago. They're looking like a fairly competent team. New coaching staff, new system. Trevor Lawrence looks good. He's not just fumbling the ball everywhere. Travis Etienne is running the ball well, and that Jaguars defense, most importantly, it looks like a good defense. So yeah, man. Kansas City is still a good team. They're still the team to beat in the AFC, in my opinion, until proven otherwise. Everybody thought it was the Ravens' year. We gotta fight. We gotta brawl. Bite his ankle. No, I'm kidding. Oh boy. We gotta fight. We got cameras on the field. We got helmets on the field. Oh, they're still fighting. They are still fighting. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Oh boy. And we had one of the guys doesn't even have pads. What the heck is he going in there for? Holy cow, man. I was like watching a few players like run to one side, and I was like, oh, they're just heading to the locker room. No, they're running to try to break up a play. Holy cow. Dang. Well, we'll see if there's any fines or suspensions for that. We'll see. You could have told me 3 years you're winning, and I probably still would have taken it. Might have had some pause. That's fair. To 300, this is Sparta. Oh, Brian Branch punching Juju Smith-Schuster. That's what got everything started. Juju was apparently smiling, probably talking some smack, and Brian Branch came up and just punched him with a right hook or maybe a slap. And that's what got everything started, dude. Wow. Oh, boy. Unwinning. Yo, that's Branch. Yeah. That seemed like a lot of instigation by Branch. Not sure what Juju said. Yeah, and I've always said this, man. Say whatever you want, man. Like, you can talk trash back. Like, first off, nothing. Whether he trash talks you or you trash talk him, and one of you wins, the score is the same. You got your butt whooped. It happens. But if somebody's talking trash, if you're that frustrated, talk trash back, man. Or just walk away. Just fuck it. Forget about it. Hit the weight room. Hit the get some boxing gloves. Get some frustration out. Don't be dumb and do that. All right, man. Show some class. Come on. Packers Nation 12. Lions suck. I will say it every week. Seastrom, now I have to get Tom's reaction to that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, dude, that was a wild little skirmish there. Let me hit the old final button on this bad boy. That's the final score. Sorry, we were talking about Kansas City. They are still a good team. They are still the team to beat in the AFC. I think it's them, the Bills, and kind of everybody else at this point. Doesn't mean that everybody else is not as good as them. I think it's just who has shown the last couple of years that they can be a dominant team. Kansas City, Bills have shown that so far. We'll see if the Bills can finally get over the hump and exercise their boogeyman late in the season, months from now, against Kansas City. But yeah, man, I don't know. And for Detroit, their 4-game winning streak will come to an end. They lost to the Green Bay Packers in in week 1. And now they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs here on Sunday Night Football. 30-17, just getting manhandled in the second half. Lions have the Bucks next. That should be a good game. That should be a freaking good game. Hopefully we can stream that one. Yeah. Lions do have the Bucks next week. Could be fun. I think it will be, man. Buccaneers, great offense, defense. It can make splash plays, but they give up points for sure. Detroit, solid offense when they're not shooting themselves in the foot or just being weird with their play calling. And their defense, they are hurt right now, man. They are missing Tyrion Arnold. They are missing some of the linebackers and defensive ends that they had coming into the season. They are banged up for sure. And I think Baker Mayfield and that offense, especially if they start getting, guys like Mike Evans, I'm trying to think here. Who else got hurt here? Godwin. I don't think he's going to be back, but if they can get healthy at that receiver position, then you're going to really get to start to see Baker Mayfield just chucking touchdowns, probably more than he is right now, which is hard to imagine. So wait, who is at the top of the NFC? The NFC was the Detroit Lions for a bit there. But let's check it out, man. At the top of the NFC, it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 5-1. But who's the number one division now? Do we have any 4-1, 5-1 teams? Buccaneers are 4-1. The Packers are 3-1-1. Technically, they are at the top of the division right now. The Packers are at the top. They have a 0.7 winning percentage to the Lions' 0.667. The Eagles are 4-2 after 2 consecutive losses. And the 49ers are 4-2 after losing today. Bucks are, yep. If Denver play like this, Jets have no, yep. You kidding me? Nope. Buccaneers, man, 5-1. They are at the top of the NFC right now. And after that, you have the Packers, technically with the second seed because, they're 3-1-1. They are at the top of the NFC North. That's hilarious. That tie paying dividends, baby. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. I love ties. We need more of them. All right, Seastrom, good night, my man. Thank you for popping in here, man. Hopefully I'll catch you a little bit tomorrow night for one of those Monday night games, man. But have a good weekend, my man. Have a good morning on Monday, man. And, sorry. Joan, past my bedtime night all night. Hey, have a good night. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Say hello to T. Higgins for me. And the chats were coming in fast, man. I was missing a few. Sorry about that, guys. Boom. There we go. My picks are going better tonight. Let's go. Yeah, let me see. What? Eventually, I think I'm gonna. Starting next week, I'm gonna make predictions on what's gonna happen the next coming week. That way, we can kind of see how bad or good I am. at making predictions of who's gonna win. My goodness, man. Holy cow. A long day, man, but we had some great football. We had some great football. We get to see the Carolina Panthers getting a big win over the Dallas Cowboys, 30-27. Uncle Rico treating us to a heck of a performance, over what 220 all yards from the line of scrimmage. Man, he just had himself a game. Oh, did you hear about Perna? No, I did not. What happened to Perna, man? I made all my predictions before the season started. Probably the right thing to do. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do that next year, but I don't know. Maybe a weekly thing. Let me know. Would you guys want to do a weekly predictions from me here, or would you guys like a one-off prediction before the season starts next year? Seastrom, David, I do them week by week. There we go. There we go. Perna's curse wheel cursed them, then Detroit. And today their chair back broke and the Lions lost. Perna needs to destroy that wheel, man. It's too strong. He's been doing that for like what, the last 3 seasons now, man. That curse wheel it's no good. It just causes pain and some joy, but the people that enjoy that are sadists, I tell you. Sadists! Either it ends with a W or L. Dallas for life. There you go, Steve. Stick with your team, my man. There you go. Ride or die, ride or die. Seastrom, so he got cursed during the power rankings video. Don't even know why his name was on the wheel. Then the back of his chair breaks off during the first half. So I was catching a little bit of that of his stream, and that's what they were talking about, because they were talking about like chairs, of him like buying chairs and from like a specific brand. So that's what they were talking about. Okay, so his chair broke. Freaking Burno. That's hilarious. Yeah. Hmm. It's been right at the least 4 weeks in a row now, despite some unbelievable odds in the other direction before those cursed games. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. That wheel is a it came from the deepest parts of hell, in my opinion, man. Because that is like, even if you don't believe that it's actually cursing teams, it's surprisingly accurate. That's the terrifying thing. It's surprisingly accurate about certain things. It's weird. It creeps me out. I don't know. I don't know what Perna did. I don't know where he found it or how he created it, man. But whatever material that came from the deepest parts of Hades. I don't know. Oh my goodness, man. Dude, that was definitely a game that I was not expecting. I was expecting Detroit to make this a lot more interesting, and they got manhandled by the Chiefs, man. That was something I haven't seen in a while, man. Definitely something I haven't seen since that playoff game against the Commanders last year, for sure. Oh, Perna coach got fired. Oh, sorry. Oh, Penn's coach got fired. I think there's already a sizable number of coaching vacancies in college. UCLA also needs a coach, for example. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Wisconsin head coach is about to be let go at some point during this season. The program, he's been with the program now for 3 or 4 years, and it just seems to be getting worse. Like getting shut out against your rival, like that's no man. Yeah, Iowa just absolutely smacked Wisconsin this past week. It was not a good performance, not a good game, especially at home too. Getting shut out at home, you like, dude, you gotta do something, man. Give the fans a touchdown. You gotta have at least double digit points at least. And now they're going up against Ohio State next week too. So yeah, Wisconsin having the rough time of it, man. The only good thing is the Packers are winning. The Brewers won against the Cubbies, and now the Bucks are starting their season. So at least there's going to be some good sports in Wisconsin, but the Badgers football team is not one of them, unfortunately. UCLA has kind of impressed, fired coach, and immediately go 2-0, including the most lopsided underdog victory since I think the 80s. First time a 0-4 or worse team beat a top 10 ranked team in decades. Yeah, dude, they were saying, yeah, it was, you had to go back to before. I think the last time that happened was like Back to the Future was considered a new movie still. Yeah, man. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, let's wrap up some stuff here with just looking at the final stats. Jared Goff, 23 of 29, 203 through the year, which is a surprising number, man. Usually he's well north of 250. Two touchdowns, no picks. Jameer Gibbs, just 17 for 65, averaged less than 4 yards per carry. And David Montgomery didn't really get much of anything else through the second half there, man. Barely ran the ball at all, actually. Just 4 for 24. Jameson Williams, 6 for 66 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta, 5 for 55 and a touchdown. Amon Ra finished with 9 catches for 45 yards. David Montgomery, 2 for 37. Jack Campbell, 1 sack. El Quadin Muhammad with a sack. And then finally for the Chiefs, Mahomes, 22 of 30, 257, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Isaiah Pacheco, 12 for 51. Mahomes, 10 for 32 and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 6 for 23. Kelsey, 6 for 78. Juju, 3 for 57. and a punch to the cheek. Hollywood Brown, 4 for 25, 2 touchdowns. Noah Gray, 2 for 25. Xavier Worthy, 2 for 20, and Kareem, and a touchdown for Xavier Worthy. And Charles Omenihu with the only sack on Jared Goff. I don't know who to pick for the Lions and Bucks. I would have to go with the Bucks because I think the defenses at this point are very similar. They give up yards. Their secondary is not as strong as it should be. They have a good front seven, but only when they get pressure. Like I said, the Buccaneers have given up points and yards. So have the Detroit Lions the last couple of weeks. And the offenses, I think the Buccaneers have shown the resiliency to somehow continue to score points despite injuries. I think they're missing their top 3 receivers coming into this game. I think Ibike, right? He ended up getting injured with a hamstring injury. And, I mean, Baker Mayfield's still able to just chuck the ball down the field and find guys open in the end zone. So I think that's the only thing. I think that's the biggest difference. Oh, right. Another great weekend for Detroit. Mariners won over the Tigers too, I think. Oh, yeah, that 15-game inning. That's right, man. Man, dude, that is a rough week for Detroit. Yeah. Right, that was the 15-game inning, right? For Tigers and Mariners. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, and Michigan lost, and Michigan also lost pretty badly. I think. Let me double check. Can't remember if that was this week or last. Michigan Wolverine. No, not basketball. Come on. Oh yeah, Michigan losing to USC 31-18. And of course, they beat the Badgers last week 24-10. And then Michigan State lost to UCLA 38-13. David. Steve and Philadelphia teams. I'm not gonna lie, man. Wisconsin had a pretty decent weekend then when it comes to sports. Yeah, but Philadelphia's teams are annoying, so it's okay. Jesus, David. I can agree with that. There we go. Just pooping on Philadelphia teams. Holy cow, man. We got 7 people watching well after the game is over, man. I appreciate you guys. I do. Thank you. Thank you. Which New York? Anywho, have a good one. Seastrom, I'll catch you later, my man. Thank you, thank you. All right, guys. I think that is also going to be it from me today, man. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. An insane day on the channel. We hit a big milestone. We have 111 subscribers, man. 111. So shout out to you guys, man. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the videos. It helps out the video get into the eyes of other people, man. And once again, thank you for being inviting in the chat, man. The regulars, you guys are freaking awesome. Always keeping the stream interesting and lively. You guys are the best, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to Seastrom. Shout out to Steve, David, Captain Mickey Mouse. Shout out to Joan for joining us, man. Thank you. Thank you. Hope to see you tomorrow or next week. Packers Nation 12, always popping in here, man. I appreciate you. Who else? I think we saw Chris. We saw Chris early in the night. Appreciate you, my man. Always good to see you. And we had Dahlia in here for a little bit. Let's freaking go. Yeah, man. Another great Sunday. Another great 3 games on the channel, and we got one more coming up tomorrow, man. So have a great night, guys. Get some rest. I hope work is great for you. If you do work, hopefully you get some rest, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Thank you for the stream, my friend. Hey, thank you, Steve. Thank you, man. All right, guys. Have a great night. Once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Thank you. Go Pack, go!